Hello, hello everyone, this is Fearu and this is episode 7. Welcome to the Runic Shift. Welcome. It's upon us. The game is different. There's so many changes. There's just so many. I haven't gotten to play mid yet at all, and I've played a lot of games too. I've probably played like plus 30 games. And I've been trying to figure out, I've been kind of taking my time trying to figure out one role at a time. The biggest thing is that rune refreshment, man. It's so huge. The first game I'm going to show you is me in the jungle as Parasite. It's just standard opener. Actually, you know what? Let me get you guys in game and just get straight to it. Here you go. Okay guys, so here we are in game. I am Parasite, and the first thing you're going to see is my biggest change to, what does 3.1 bring for jungle Parasite? I'm buying a ward. It's more important now than ever. There's more movement around the map, especially in these early games when people are trying to figure out what does this rune refreshment to me mean. People leave their lanes really early, particularly at the 2-minute mark, because they know a rune's available there, which I don't think is optimal play, but it's happening anyway. Maybe you'll see a Voodoo Jester, oh, I'm gonna go camp the rune just for, even if it's rune refreshment, and go get some health regeneration, and I know that might mean, oh, maybe they come for an early gank, and I need to have vision there to make sure I see that in my jungle. I have to protect myself, and no one else is going to do that for me in a solo QMR. As a jungler, what does 3.1 mean? I'll tell you what 3.1 means. I can play the exact same way, 100% the exact same, and camp the rune at 2 minutes, and there will be something there for me. Whatever it is, maybe it's just health and mana. I'll take it. That's huge. That is huge. Let's say your Lego, right? Your Lego, you pull this stack right here at 155. Pull it down. 2 minutes hits. Oh, I'm gonna take a rune refreshment. Free health, free mana. Let's do it. Let's do it all day, every day, twice on Sunday. That's a big deal. So early on, I'm looking at the timer. I'm waiting to see if they ward. Do they ward? This is gonna see it. If they ward the pole, if they ward here, they ward here? I'm going to find out. I suppose it's possible for them to come around here and plant it here, but chances are if they ward, I see it. They're here at the 32 mark, so I know I'm pretty safe. Which means, this is really important, I know for 100% certainty there's no ward here. I mean, let's say worst case scenario, they put a ward here, and they can see that. I know 100% certainty I can gank mid, no problem, from here. I know this isn't blocked. Like, I'm pretty happy already. Like, this game's pretty solid start. So we're approaching the 1 minute mark. I thought I pulled this out far enough. Clearly I didn't. Pretty sad panda. I just finished my Blood Chalice now. Pretty standard play. I'm hoping for a pretty good camp here to gank them, because I know they have no vision. That's like first thing I'm gonna go do. I look for Wild Hunters. If Wild Hunter's there, I feel awesome. If it's not, whatever. I know they didn't pull. Beautiful. They're kind of out of position. Worst case scenario, I put some damage into them. Meh, standard stuff. Bloodlust down bottom, time to celebrate. That's awesome. Blitz is kind of slow to react, but whatever. Standard damage. I probably should have pinged. I can't remember if I said anything. This isn't going to be a kill, but it looks like it's going to be just standard. Yeah, it gives him some harass and gives them, they have to use up some of their regeneration. I'll probably come back later, hope it works out. I should have left a little early to see what rune I had. I know I have the rune refreshment, which means I can spend some mana, and I have a rune refreshment for me. And this is really important again. I ping for him the rune's bottom. Be aware of that. This is actually really bad play. I don't know what I'm doing. Playing awful. Knowing that there's no rune here, if this is something awesome, I can come gank Arachna, because she has no vision. If she stays out of position, I I can also, you know, kind of grab them. I believe I grabbed this just for standard health, and then I'm gonna pick up the rune, gain my mana back, and then yeah, actually, I think I do. I pick up 2 in leech, and then Arachna's so far pushed up, I ping middle. I say, hey, let's do this. They have no vision. I know they have no vision, and mid, who was losing pretty bad, is now pretty. I played pretty bad there overall. Like, just my jungling was pretty bad, but knowing that they had no vision just opened up free gank all day, like all day. And them not having vision is huge as well. It opens up possibilities for Pebbles gank later, and you know, just opens up the game as a whole. The other change, it's huge, that a lot of I've noticed in a lot of the competitive games is the GPM issue, and it allows for higher GPM overall. You'll notice how far pushed up they are. They have no vision. I'm gonna hope for a good camp and see what I can do here. They still have no idea that I'm coming. Actually, I want to make sure. This is actually bothering me. So I mean, they finally see me here, but I just want to see if they have any vision. Standard 1600 game. No wards were bought. Okay, let me. Like, I feel bad for every single person on the Legion team. I mean, you saw I bought the ward as Parasite, and that's something normally that I wouldn't do. These runes cause people to move around the map so much more, and I think it's something we're going to see a lot more often. Having vision is so important. Like, if there's one thing I can teach you, go just ward. Just ward. We're going to go over more where to ward later on. I'm hoping as I move up higher in the MMR chain, I can show you more games of counter warding. But I just haven't encountered anything. Anyway, back to this game. So, see what happens here. They're gonna push me on my Vulture Lore. I'm gonna come back at full health, and it's just easy Alonia gank. And now Blitz is just comfortable. He's like, thank you, and I just get right back to it. I mean, this is as easy as it comes, and man, mid has no vision, so this game's pretty much over at this point. Let's jump out real fast. Okay, so what you saw there was actually pretty poor jungle Parasite. I could have played so much better. I should have stacked a few times. I messed up my beginning stack because I didn't pull them far enough out. And despite my poor play, just from knowledge of wards and lack of vision on their team, it allowed me 2 fairly easy ganks that weren't even executed all that well, and 1 fail gank, I suppose, in the beginning there. And that was literally just from having that 1 ward up, or not even having that 1 ward up, just knowing that they didn't have a ward up. If they do get a ward there, after I finish my Blood Chalice, I buy a counter and show it, once I know where it is. But that's really, really, really easy stuff. Now let me explain to you one of the changes I expected to see more of, particularly in competitive play, and that is less junglers. Why less junglers? Just said how junglers get to do everything they wanted before, and there's a rune of refreshment available for them, so their life is awesome. The thing that while they do have that rune of refreshment available, rev wards were reintroduced at the 0 mark. I expected in competitive play to see more of them purchased in the beginning. It really surprised me. Like, I expected to see less Tempest, less Ophelia, less just... I was ready to see a different meta game. It didn't happen, and I was like, what? Come on, where's stupid Stay Green? Just rolling face with their same old comp. I know this will change over time, and I suppose just from the sheer number of hours they've put in at playing this one way, you know, I mean, God knows how many hours they've played Tempest, or Ophelia, freaking Chessie. It'll change. Like, it'll change over time. I was just surprised there. But for an MMR standpoint, I still, I mean, They didn't even buy regular wards. I don't expect them to buy rev wards. That should be for camps block though. And from a solo queue perspective, if you enjoy playing any jungler, you can do the exact same thing and have a rune for you guaranteed, and that should just be huge, 100% huge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys the start of another video while I talk a little bit more about 3.1, and just so you don't have to stare at my face for another 5 minutes. Let me open this up for you. Okay, guys. So here we are in a game. This game's more funny than anything. I'm just gonna kind of show you the beginning, just for amusement purposes, while I kind of talk about some other things about 3.1. One of the biggest changes is what mid does. I've seen a lot of complaints at kind of the snowball effect, and it really surprised me more than anything, because what this patch did was, this game used to be all about mid. It used to just be, if mid won, he had a lot of control. If you won the rune battle, you had all the possibilities, all the opportunity. Just that was a big part of the game. And now, even if you go to Camp a Rune ever, you're going to have it's going to be available. You can leave at the 4-minute mark, and you're coming back with full health. That's awesome. That's pretty freaking awesome. In case you guys are curious about this game now, real fast. Playing standard engineer. I buy 2 wards. I'm gonna go mine. They have a Lego on the enemy team. Their lineups. Well, we got what's probably either gonna be a DM or Magnus mid, with FA and the other one of them top. And then Wretched Hag solo bot with Lego in the jungle. I suppose Magnus could also short lane with Hag mid, either one of those combos. Yeah. And I'm planning on going mines, and I'm just gonna ward the crap out of Lego's jungle, get good vision on him, and then mine some of his jungle. Pretty, again, standard play. All right. Something I don't realize that's going on this game is we kind of have 3 guys hanging out top, kind of lolsy, So something that kind of bothered me that happens later in this game, I'm not gonna get to it because it's literally like 20 minutes into the game. I don't want to have an extended episode. A point happens where I camp the bottom rune, and mid is doing his thing. He knows he has the lane pushed to about here, and Hag has a bottle, or not Hag. Who's their mid this game? Drunken Master has a bottle as well, and I told mid to go camp the top rune, as I was camping the bottom. And the actual rune appears bottom. It ends up being haste bottom, I believe, and the rune refreshment's top. And I was like, no. He's like, oh, I'm gonna come get it. And he didn't go to camp. He was still in mid. And I was like, oh no, just go take the rune top and stop Drunken Master from having that rune fill. And then I can use this to come gank. I know they don't have vision. And it surprised me. He's like, no, I need to go get it. If you play mid, you need to adjust the way you play. If you have someone camp a rune, you need to just camp the other one and guarantee no rune for the opposing mid player. That if you think back to to a normal game, you have to think back all the way to about 3 days ago. If you had a insert roaming support player camp the rune and get it, the other mid would cry just so bad, and it was a big deal. It literally was. That big deal still happens if both the runes are camped by your team, particularly so you have one support in a lane go camp one rune and mid camps the other rune. That effect still happens. If you decide to go for the one opposing rune, or if you have someone camp one particular rune and you wait to see which one it is, the other mid is gonna get it really bothered me. Like, and like my mid got mad at me, and I was like, no, you made the wrong play, and I like took it, and I was like, no, that was you were not supposed to go do that. I don't. What you did was wrong. Um, but anyway, back to this game. I'm gonna find out that Lego's here protecting his goddamn creep. Um, but
Requesting assistance.
so more stuff. Actually, no, we're gonna save this for a second. So, what can you guys expect? And what's some of the stuff that I saw in these last few games? Um, a lot of people roam. Mid has to protect themselves. There's less snowball effect in mid just from the 2 runes existing, and there's a lot more opportunity to gank mid available. Expect to see more roamers simply from new people being in the game, being like, oh, there's a rune there. Expect roaming Behe, roaming Voodoo Jester. Expect those things to come back. Roaming Glacius, Witch Slayer, all the above. Simply and expect it like really weird intervals, like the 2-minute mark or something, just because they're like, oh, there's gonna be a rune there, and until people start figuring out exactly what it means, expect a really really weird play. I've seen a lot of it happen to a lot of the mids that I've played. People won't call, which means you have to pay attention to your minimap like a lot harder than before. And people will just be putting you in what is typically like a really really bad play, like leaving the lane at level 2 to go attempt a level 2 gank on mid. That's pretty bad play. It's really really hard, but if mid is not expecting it at all, you're gonna die, and then you're gonna be like, why didn't top call MIA? The truth is, you just need to watch your minimap. I mean, that's one of my biggest like complaints. Like, why didn't you call MIA? I mean, obviously try to do it for your team, but if it doesn't happen, don't blame your team. At the end of the day, like if I died to a missing that wasn't called, I don't go, why didn't you call it? Just don't expect anything from your teammates, and try to help your teammates as much as you can. That's standard play. A little bit more game for you guys. So, by now I still haven't actually figured out that I have no bottom lane. I expected, oh, I'm going to be given, someone, insert like prisoner some free experience and he can solo while I kind of mess with this Lego. So I put the standard ward here, which I like for vision. I like it on this back end, just to be able to see when he's doing this camp, and it also obviously blocks. And I put a ward here. I thought, because I didn't see him like out here stacking, like I was expecting to block him at the minute mark, to block him from pulling. They also didn't expect the tri-lane, we got Bloodlust, which is awesome. I wasn't ready for that. Like I was like, wait, what? Like I expected normally people stack that camp at 1 minute mark, and I was like, oh, and then I was just gonna plant a mine or just harass him, prevent him from doing anything. I thought, for some stupid reason, I thought I had 2 people in my lane. That's a silly thing. So right now, Hag's getting free farm, which is absolutely awful. And then I think I pick off this creep to be a little annoying. And this game is pretty much the epitome of a 1600 MMR. Why is TMM the way it is? So I realize what happens now. ... question. What the fuck is what I'm about to say. I was not ready for this. So I come back down here. I can see this Lego, which is really, like, that's good. I can see that he's getting kind of cremated. It's pretty good farming, especially for those 2 camps, although the attack speed wolves hurt pretty bad. And I'm like asking them right now in voice, like, hey, can you come help? I see Lego coming, and I'm scared. I believe do I not back up? Oh, nah, I didn't catch vision because I'm bad. Luckily a decent keg that gets both of them, because Hag jumps on me. I see Hag going this way, so I cut back. I'm like, ugh, this sucks. At least I have vision here. I can see mid's not coming. I'll just escape out through here. Hag has a creep wave attacking her, and I'm like, well, maybe this is okay. I'll hang out by my creeps and just attack her. So, pretty good play. I see Bensington's coming, and now there's this whole Lego's about here, I believe, and now we just have a series of WTF. How did this game even happen? How did we get here? Blink. I saved my keg for when she blinked. Easy kills. I'm really hoping I don't die here. The mine, and now we're in a chase. I'm hoping mid comes. He does not. He's not coming. I can't get the illusion. Engineer, one of the slowest heroes in the game, and apparently Lego's just as slow. Bensington picks up this illusion and actually starts attacking. I'm like, oh, I got my health pot, we're good. But now all these illusions are gonna kill me, and I'm like, what? This is not good. And I thought I pulled off a kite there, but it wasn't. And now this chase has gone on for way too long. Lego's not gonna make it out of here alive. I think that's pretty obvious, and this is officially what I would like to refer as the weirdest 1600 opener ever. Just weirdest 1600 opener ever. Alright, anyway guys, I'm gonna jump you out now. Okay guys, so it was just kind of a fun thing that I wanted to give you, and it was a little crazy, but that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. With 3.1 out, you guys are going to see all sorts of crazy stuff. You're going to see, like, you're going to see mids leaving at the 2-minute mark and just not come back and just start getting runes and just being the most mobile things in the world. You're going to see people leaving their lanes, and it's just, what they're trying to do is figure out what optimal play is. They're trying to figure out, okay, what does this rune mean? What are good times to go get it? You're going to see, you know, like I said before, you're going to see laners and supports going to go gank mid, and you're going to see all sorts of crazy stuff, which means you're going to have to pay a lot more attention to your minimap and what's missing and what's where, especially in those early first like 6 minutes. I've seen just some crazy stuff. And, you know, let's say you don't have vision. Let's say you're the Legion team and you don't have a clue what's going on. You're left in the dark. You're that Arachna. At least, at absolute minimum, look at their team and look at the starting items, right? The game just started, starting items, you kill the first creep wave, you're mid, and you look at the bottom, the enemy team bottom and the enemy team top, and figure out what their starting items are and if they bought a ward or not. If they have 600 gold worth of items, you know there's no wards bottom. Like, if I see two people bottom lane and they both have 600 gold worth of items, I know there's no wards there. Which means that's where I'm gonna, when I go to camp a rune now that I don't have vision, I'm gonna camp that one. That's definitely, I mean, that's something we can all do every game. And same thing if you're bottom, look at the opposing bottom. Do they have both their starting set of items, or did they buy wards? If they don't, that means maybe it's opportunistic for me to go camp the rune at 2 minutes and go gank mid, because mid has no vision of me. You literally every game you can do that and have an opportunity granted to you. So it's something you should really think about. We have a long way until we figure out what optimal play is. A lot has changed in the mid game too. Like I said, there's higher GPM. We're going to see a lot of different things tried. I'm interested to see what happens as this metagame evolves. Hopefully we'll see some different play, but nothing's promised. Tomorrow's the rest of that tournament. I'm sure it's over by the time you guys watch this video. I'm hoping to see some different things. Also, I've been getting a lot of different opinions of how long these videos should be. Feel free, if you guys want them to be shorter, I'll see what I can do. I've been getting, like I said, a lot of different opinions. But I will see you guys next time. Hopefully I have some more footage. I might wait a little while till I put out the next episode, only because I want to see, you know, until this gets solidified as to what the game should be like. It's hard for me to talk about anything when I'm probably absolutely wrong. But we'll figure it out. I hope you guys are enjoying Runic Shift, and I will see you guys next time.